The next question is from Aliza Fatima. She's studying MBBS from Pakistan. When a corrupt leader is elected, we are also responsible for the sins he commits as a leader. What should be our priorities while electing a leader? In today's circumstances, when we cannot find a loyal and honest leader, what should we do? Should we give our vote or waste our right to elect? A similar question is posed by Majid Khan from Hyderabad, India. What are the qualities we should look for in today's age for selecting a leader for the Muslims? According to me, Dr.Zakir Naik would be my best choice to lead the Muslim Ummah today. Basically, the question posed here is that in today's world, most of the Muslim leaders are dishonest, they are corrupt. So who should we choose? Or should we let our vote go in waste? And the second question is that what are the qualities that a Muslim leader should have? And the brother suggested that I should be the leader, which will come to it later on, which I'll answer inshallah. As far as what should the qualities of a Muslim leader be, is the best exemplary Muslim leader in the world is our beloved Prophet Muhammad. That's the reason Michael H. Hart, he places him number one in the list of 100 most influential human beings in the history of humankind. Imagine he, being a non-Muslim, places Muhammad as number one, and he says that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not only successful as a religious leader, he was even successful as a social and a political leader. Because of that, he placed him number one. That he was not only a successful religious leader, he was also a successful social and a political leader. So the best example of a political leader in the world today we have is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. After that, we have the example of the Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Ali. They are best examples for us after the Prophet. And that's the reason Michael H. Hart, he places Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anh, may Allah be pleased with him, as number 51, because he was a very successful leader. So if today, unfortunately, I don't know of any Muslim leader who is anywhere close to the quality of leadership of Prophet Muhammad, not even 0.001%. Leave aside that, not even close to Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh. Umar bin Khattab, mashallah, he was so successful that he expanded the Muslim empire, mashallah. And if you read his seerah, you will find the example how a Muslim leader should be. Unfortunately today, none of the Muslim leaders, we have about 56 to 57 countries in which majority of the people are Muslims. In some country 100%, some more than 95, some more than 90, some more than 50%. There are about 57 countries in the world out of a little bit more than 200 countries. That means more than 27% of the countries in the world, there are countries in which Muslims are in majority. Unfortunately, none of these leaders are anywhere close to Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anh. Nowhere close. And if you read the seerah of Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, he told his family that if any of my family members break any of the rules, they will get double punishment. Because the family of a caliph should be following the rules much more than others. If they break any rule, they will get double punishment. And you have several examples. Unfortunately, we find today that most of the Muslim leaders, they are more, as the sister rightly asked the question, that most of them are corrupt, most of them are dishonest, they are involved more in making money for themselves, unfortunately. Just let me give you one example of Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh. That when he was the Khalifa, he had two of his sons, Abdullah and Ubaidullah, may Allah be pleased with them both. When they went to the governor of Basra, when they were passing Basra, the governor called them and he was very happy to meet them. He said, what can I do for you? Then he said, why don't you give this amana to Amirul Mu'minin, to your father, then Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. But I give you permission that on your way you can utilize the money for business, and when you get the principal amount back, keep the profit, and you can give the principal amount back to Amirul Mu'minin. So both the sons of Umar radiallahu anhu, they take the money, and on the way they do business and they get a huge profit, and they go and give the principal amount to their father Amirul Mu'minin, and they say, this is what the governor of Basra said, and this is the amana. So Hazrat Umar was angry, and he asked his sons that, did the governor give this money to somebody else? They said no. So how come he has given it to you? So Umar radiallahu anhu commanded to his sons that give the principal amount as well as the complete profit. Give everything to Baitul Mal. Then the people who were close to Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, the other Sahabas, they told that this is a business deal and the permission was given by the governor. So what is their fault? And if it's a business deal, we are allowed to do that. So finally, after a lot of discussion, when they said that, he should change his ruling, then Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu said, okay, fine, give 50% of the profit to the Baitul Mal. So we see he was so strict, and he made it a law that any of his governor, before they appointed, he checks their wealth. And once they relieve the post, he checks their wealth again. And he allows only a small percentage of increase. Anything more than that, he said, give it to Baitul Mal. Not that he accused them of corruption. No. He said that means even if you spend more time in the worldly affairs, you're not fit to be a governor. If you want to be a governor under my rule, you have to give your pure time to your duty. Even if you make money, honestly, that is not your purpose. Unfortunately, we see today in the Muslim Ummah, most of the Muslim leaders, they are far away from the deen. If you just take the basic concept of Salah, I believe more than 50% of the Muslim leaders, they may not be offering 5 times Salah in congregation. There may be a handful, just a small percentage who may be offering 5 times Salah, that also in the congregation. So unfortunately, the state of the Muslim Ummah today, we have gone far away from the Quran and Sunnah. That's the reason we have today, that the situation that the Ummah is in today, because we have gone far away from the Quran and the Sunnah, we have gone far away from the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the teachings of beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I do agree with the sister that today, unfortunately, the choice that we have is so limited, and unfortunately most of them would not fit the criteria of how a Muslim leader should be as per the Quran and Sunnah. So what should we do in this situation? What we have to do is